What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Weight Work with Andrakiel. I am your host. Today we're going to do some shoulder work and I'll explain a couple of workouts to you. So today what we're going to start off with is we're going to do side lateral raises. So one of the things I've learned over time being in the gym is, and I fell into it too, is I did the normal raises where you take the dumbbells and you do that movement. And that's all well and good, but the only issue with that is if you're trying to target your delt, you're actually putting a lot of emphasis on your lat, which is the muscle in the back, as well as your delt. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a couple of changes today. So instead of just the normal with your hand parallel to the ground, what we're going to do is we're going to act like we're pouring a drink, all right? So all we're going to do is turn, but not with your wrist. You're going to push your elbow out, all right? So when you do it, you're going to push and lead with your elbow, and that's going to dig right into the head of the delt right here, which is what you want, all right? So grab you a couple weights. If you don't have weights at home, I understand how this time is. If you have resistance bands, you could actually do those with resistance bands, same move. One thing I use, I had big gallons of water, which I filled those all the way up, and I've used those too. If you got kids, pick one up like that. All right, so just use what you got. Today I'm gonna use dumbbells because that's what I have, and I know some of y'all have dumbbells at home, which is perfect. But here we go. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we're gonna focus on one arm at a time. You can do them both arms, but today we're gonna do one arm at a time. So just like I said, we're gonna pour a drink. It's all about control. All right, so when you're shooting for lean muscle mass, what we're going to do is anywhere from 8 to 12 reps, and give yourself anywhere from 0 to 60-second rest. Why are we doing it like that? Does anybody know? So the reason we're doing that is because we're going for hypertrophy, which means lean muscle mass. We're trying to gain lean muscle mass. So we want our muscles to get a little bit of rest, but not to the point where we cool down and have to restart again. So what we're going to do, we're going to give it anywhere from 0 to 60-second rest. Usually what I do, especially when I'm cutting or if I'm in a hurry, I'll do my rest anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. And I also do it when I get bored, because I get bored in between sets. So get that rest in there, and then we're going to go back at it. All right, here we go. So one of the things I really want to stress and emphasize, is control. I want you to control the weight. Like I tell my clients, control the weight. Don't let the weight control you. I see a lot of people, and I've talked to a lot of people in the gym who I watch their form, and I'm hearing a lot of have plateaued, and I understand why. When I see form and they're hitting something like this, now you're risking injury. All right, you're using momentum, so pretty much you're cheating during the workout. So control the weight, whatever the weight is. Don't let your ego mess you up by going heavier in weight, which could cause injury, tear something, pull something, and then you're not going to get the results you want. Control it. If you have to drop weight to get the right form, build back up. You'll get right back there. But start where you're at, build up, all right? So, set number 3. As you see, the whole move is controlled. There's no rocking with it. There's no rocking. It's controlled.
So the next exercise we're going to do, we're going to hit our third shoulder workout. We're going to hit the dumbbell presses, and I like doing these a lot more than I do military press because for me, I really get to activate each delt a little more individually as opposed to holding on to a whole bar. So we're shooting for 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. So that's what we're going to shoot for. Let's get after it. You want to control the whole move while you're doing it. No jerking. So as you can see, when I'm doing that, there's a smooth motion. You don't want any jerking. You don't want any kind of momentum. Control the whole movement. And that's all it is. Just make sure you're controlling everything while you're doing it. So. Don't forget, your rest could be anywhere from 30 seconds all the way to a minute. Usually mine are anywhere between 30 and 45 seconds. So I really do get bored easily in between sets. So usually I try to rush them. Set. Let's go. Another exercise we're going to do is we're going to target the traps. I'm really a big fan of the traps. Mine actually grow really well. But you know, one of the moves I've seen in the gym is I've seen a lot of people get a move where they're holding maybe a bar or the dumbbells right here, and they give this action. This is more of a viral dance than it is an exercise. It's all momentum there. So like I say, and you'll hear me say this time and time again, control the weight, control the weight. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna move our hands from this position. We're gonna get a slight bend, and I'll show you from the side, slight bend in the knees. Go from this position, rotate our hands outward, and then we're gonna pull up, come back, whatever weight you may have. So what you wanna shoot for, if you have lighter weight, do more reps. If you have heavier weight, do less reps. But we're gonna use these 40s. So I'm gonna get a slight bend in the knee, bring my arms out, lift up. There you go. So I actually felt those a lot more than when I do the normal trap workouts. So a lot of times I'll do them with dumbbells here, and I'll do this with my arms close in. Usually I have to get to the middle of my second set, maybe third set before I start feeling it. This is my first set, and I felt that already. Really good pump on this. So like I was saying, when I usually do out like right here. So what we're gonna do for the second exercise, bring them out a little bit. Control it though. So even with that one, I really feel it targeting my traps. I'm going to feel this in the morning when I wake up, probably halfway through the middle of the night. But it's really good for targeting. So that's what you want to do. You want to target specific muscles while taking other muscles out of the equation. So the third trap we're going to work out, and I gotta be honest, these are things that I've actually learned from Troy Shred on Instagram. I've seen some of the stuff he did, and I copied it just because here's the thing, just because it works for one person doesn't mean it's gonna work for somebody else. So I had to try it myself. Awesome information he gave. I appreciate the fact that he shared that information. I know he said he learned it from Charles Glass, who's a legend, especially in the bodybuilding community. So all I did was just experiment. How does it feel on me? And like I said, I only did one set of them, and you feel it already. But I'm gonna show you the third one. So the third one, all we're gonna do, rotate our arms backward, bring it right by the hamstrings. So instead of here, we're not here, we're gonna bring back here, lift up. Those are awesome. Those are awesome. I really feel that more in my traps than I do the other forms I've used before. I felt it in my other ones, but you know, I feel this is targeting a lot more of my traps here. It's all about control. So if you notice, even doing these, I wasn't doing none of that. I was controlling the whole move. Gives you time to focus on your form, and it becomes muscle memory the more you do it. See, like even right now, I'm trying to do 30 seconds as a rest in between sets. I get bored easy when it comes to working out. Like in my rest, I get bored. I just want to get back after it. That's a good thing. It's a bad thing sometimes, depending on how your body's feeling. Listen to your body. Listen to it. For 12 with that one. Like I said, 8 to 12 is fine. Don't get caught up in, oh, I only have to do 8 reps. But like I said, listen to your body, because there'll be times when you're doing exercise and you're going for 8 reps and you go to failure and your failure is like 5. That's fine. Go to failure. Go to failure. You actually tear down more muscle fibers when you go to failure, which causes that more growth. So that's fine. But what you don't want to do is every set, every exercise, 1, 2 reps and 2 is failure. No, let's put some effort into. Be smart about this. Don't destroy your body. Do this over time. Work your way up. We're gonna knock out this last trap exercise, and I'm gonna do some rear delts, and I'm gonna go get me some food. So for that one, I just felt like I was gonna go big, go home. Knocked out 20 of those. You could do 20. It's fine. Push yourself. If you want to do 2 sets and then your third one, you just go till you can't go no more. Go to failure. Hey, try it out. See how that affects you. I'm usually not used to going to failure, but it is something I've been incorporating a lot lately. So. All right, go ahead and knock out this last one. All right, we're gonna finish up. We're gonna finish up with doing some rear delts, because a lot of times when we do shoulders, the rear delts get forgotten about. Sometimes they'll get targeted during back, but we're gonna isolate them here. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you, we're gonna lay down, and I'm gonna repeat this too. You don't need a lot of weight to get the results you're looking for. So, and for everybody, that's gonna be different, okay? So I'm gonna do these with 15. For somebody, they might be able to throw 30s up there, they might be able to throw 40s. That's fine. So I'm gonna do these with 15, and we're gonna do 3 sets of 10. So when I do it, we're gonna target the rear delt. So instead of just doing this normal move right here, we're gonna turn our hands in a little more. I'm actually gonna slide up some. We're gonna turn our hands in. Instead of having straight elbows, we're gonna bend them a little bit and knock it out. But keep your hands turned in the whole move. There's 10. As you see, that's not a lot of weight. And just that move, isolating that muscle, it's a lot harder than you think. Try those.